Look at how you start your day. Be honest. Do you wake up and reach for your phone before your mind even wakes up? If yes, you're not starting your morning, you're surrendering it. Every scroll, every notification, every distraction steals a piece of your power before the day even begins. But not you. Not anymore. This is your call to rise, not as a follower of chaos, but as a commander of calm. Comment 1 if you're ready to take back your mornings and your mind. The morning is not just the start of your day, it's the foundation of your destiny. The first hour decides who commands your mind and who controls your energy. Most people wake up and instantly hand their power to noise, notifications, and chaos. But the Stoic knows the morning is sacred. It's the battlefield where discipline defeats distraction, where silence builds strength, and where clarity is born. Win your morning, and the world will follow your command. Lose it, and you'll spend the day chasing control you already gave away. Wake up with discipline, not motivation. Most people wait for motivation before they move. They think, if I feel like it, I'll wake up early. If I'm in the mood, I'll work out, meditate, or plan my day. But the Stoic knows that waiting for motivation is the first step toward weakness. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, remind yourself, I have to go to work as a human being." Those words hold a deep truth. Life isn't meant to be slept through. It's meant to be lived with purpose. The strongest people don't rise because they feel like it. They rise because it's who they are. They don't argue with the alarm clock. They don't negotiate with comfort. They move, immediately and without drama. Because every morning, the moment you decide to rise or to stay in bed, you are casting a vote for the kind of person you will become. Hitting snooze is a vote for weakness. Standing up on time is a vote for strength. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about consistency. It's the silent decision that says, I move even when I don't want to. Each morning, when you defeat that small voice telling you to rest a little longer, you're not just waking up, you're training your identity. Over time, your mind becomes stronger than your mood. Your body obeys your will, not your comfort. Even when you're tired or unmotivated, you rise because you said you would, and that builds unshakable self-trust. So here's your challenge. Set a fixed wake-up time and protect it like your life depends on it. The second your alarm rings, stand up. No hesitation. Say something powerful out loud. Let's go. The day is mine. When you win that first battle of the morning, the rest of the day follows your command. Remember this. You don't rise because it's easy. You rise because it's who you are. Win the first hour in silence. When you wake up, who controls your mind, you or your phone? Most people lose the battle for their focus before their feet even touch the ground. They grab their phone, open notifications, scroll through messages, and let the noise of the world invade their peace. Before the sun rises, their mind has already been hijacked by chaos. But the 1%, the disciplined, the grounded, the stoic, do something radically different. They begin their day in silence. No music, no messages, no screens, just stillness. Because silence is not emptiness, it's space for clarity. It's the training ground of peace. Epictetus once said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things. In other words, don't fear the quiet. Don't worry if silence makes you feel behind while everyone else is already reacting to the world. The moment you choose silence, you separate yourself from the noise that enslaves most minds. The mind is soft in the morning, open, unguarded, impressionable. Whatever you feed it first becomes the tone of your entire day. If the first thing you consume is distraction, you'll carry that chaos into every hour. But if you start with calm, intention, and presence, your mind becomes a fortress. Here's how you reclaim that first sacred hour. When you wake, don't touch your phone. Sit up, close your eyes, feel your breath, listen to your thoughts, but don't chase them, just observe. Then ask yourself powerful questions. What energy do I want to carry today? What would the strongest version of me do this morning? This is how the Stoics practiced proeresis, inner freedom, the power to choose your response no matter what life brings. 10 minutes of silence can change everything. It gives your brain a chance to reset, to breathe, to return to center. When the world gets noisy later, you'll still move through it like a calm storm. Because your morning wasn't stolen, you owned it. Remember, clarity never comes from noise. It always comes from within. Face the day before it starts. Life rarely goes as planned, and the Stoic accepts that truth before the day even begins. You can have your schedule perfectly written, your energy high, and your intentions clear, yet one unexpected message, one rude comment, or one setback can shatter your focus before 9 a.m. Most people crumble under those moments because they didn't prepare their mind. But the Stoic does something powerful. They rehearse the chaos before it arrives. This ancient practice is called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It sounds dark, but it's not pessimism. It's preparation. Seneca wrote, "He who anticipates the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." In other words, if you expect challenges, they lose the power to control you. You stay calm because you've already seen them in your mind. Here's how the 1% use this principle each morning. After waking in silence, they mentally walk through their day. What might go wrong? What could test my patience or shake my mood? Maybe traffic will be bad. Maybe a coworker will say something irritating. Maybe plans will fall apart. And then they ask, how will I respond when that happens? Not if it happens, when. That's the key. You build emotional muscle before the world tests it. You train your response before reality demands it. So when frustration, criticism, or delay arrives, you don't explode. You stay grounded, steady, unshaken. Try this tomorrow morning. Close your eyes for 1 minute and visualize the day ahead. Expect at least one challenge. See yourself facing it with calm and strength. Breathe through it. Smile through it. You'll notice something shift. You begin to own your reactions instead of being owned by them. The Stoic doesn't seek an easy day. They seek a prepared mind, because a prepared mind turns obstacles into training. And every time you stay centered when the world tries to shake you, you prove that peace is a skill, not a coincidence. Anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. Every great warrior, philosopher, and leader begins their morning with an anchor, a single truth that grounds their mind before the world tries to shake it. Most people wake up and instantly forget who they want to be. They let external chaos decide their mood, their pace, and their direction. But the Stoic doesn't allow that. They remind themselves every morning of who they are and what they stand for. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily in his meditations, not to impress others, but to keep himself aligned with wisdom and calm. He reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That sentence alone can change the entire trajectory of your day. Here's the truth. Your mind is fragile when you first wake up. Before the world fills it with noise and demands, you must fill it with clarity. You must speak to yourself before the world speaks at you. This is why the 1% create or repeat a Stoic mantra every morning. Not as a motivational quote, but as a declaration of identity. Some powerful examples. I do not control what happens, only how I respond. This day is a gift. I will not waste it in distraction. What matters most today is how I carry myself. I am not here to please, I am here to live in truth. You don't need dozens of affirmations, you only need one truth that you become. Repeat it aloud, write it down, let it echo in your mind until it becomes part of your DNA. Because if you don't tell yourself who you are every morning, the world will tell you who to be. And it won't always be kind. Over time, this practice becomes your mental armor. On days when life feels heavy or uncertain, that single reminder will pull you back into strength. It keeps you centered, composed, and focused, no matter what chaos surrounds you. So tomorrow, before the noise begins, anchor your mind. Whisper your truth. Live it through action. Because a grounded morning builds an unshakable life. Master the mind. Before the world enters, your mind is the command center of your entire life, and the first hour after waking is when it's most vulnerable. The question is, who gets access first? For most people, it's strangers on the internet, random notifications, news they can't control, and opinions that drain their energy. By the time they finish scrolling, their focus, clarity, and inner peace are already gone. The Stoic knows better. Seneca once wrote, "A man is as unhappy as he has convinced himself he is," meaning your thoughts decide your world. That's why the 1% protect their mind like a fortress every morning. They don't let the world write their thoughts for them. Instead, they shape their own mind before the world has a chance to intrude. This is where Stoic reflection, or morning journaling, becomes one of the most powerful rituals. After silence in your morning mantra, take just 5 to 10 minutes to write. Not for anyone else, for you. Ask yourself simple but transformative questions. What am I feeling right now? What do I need to let go of? What am I grateful for today? Which virtue will I practice? Patience, courage, or discipline? You don't need to write paragraphs, just a few honest lines. This act alone builds awareness. The moment you see your thoughts clearly, they lose the power to control you. You realize, I have authority over my mind. I choose what stays and what leaves. Over time, something shifts. You become less reactive. You stop carrying yesterday into today. You notice when anxiety creeps in and you respond with calm instead of chaos. You start choosing your emotions instead of chasing them. That is true Stoic mastery, not to suppress your feelings, but to understand and direct them. Every morning you have two choices, to be trained by the world or to train your own mind. The 1% choose mastery. They lead their thoughts before the world can lead them astray. Because once your mind is centered, no amount of noise can shake your focus. So tomorrow morning, before checking your phone, open a notebook instead. Meet yourself on paper. Command your thoughts before they command you. Move the body to activate the mind. The Stoics understood a timeless truth. The body and the mind are not separate. They are partners in discipline. If the body is lazy, the mind will follow. If the body moves with strength, the mind awakens with clarity. That's why the 1% never begin their day without physical motion. Not because they're chasing perfection, but because movement itself is an act of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius once asked himself, "Is this what you were made for, to huddle under the blankets and keep warm?" That wasn't self-criticism, it was a reminder. You were not born to remain comfortable. You were born to move, to build, to lead. Comfort dulls your potential while motion sharpens your spirit. You don't need a 2-hour workout or fancy equipment. You just need momentum. 10 minutes of deliberate movement can change your entire state. Stretch, walk, do push-ups, take a cold shower, breathe deeply in the morning air. Each action signals to your brain, we are awake, we are active, we are in command. When you move your body, blood flows, energy rises, and the fog of sleep disappears. Your posture shifts, and with it, your mindset. The weak part of you that wanted to stay in bed begins to die. The disciplined part grows stronger. The Stoics believed that control over the body trained control over the soul. Each push-up, each breath of cold air is not about fitness, it's about sovereignty over self. Most people train comfort and wonder why their life feels weak. The Stoic trains resistance and finds freedom. Movement each morning isn't just exercise, it's a declaration. I choose strength over softness. I choose discipline over comfort. So tomorrow, don't overthink it. The moment you wake up, move. Feel your body come alive. Let your actions remind your mind who's in charge. Because every drop of sweat in the morning becomes calm power throughout the day. Rehearse the person you want to be. The final secret of the 1% is not just about what they do, it's about who they become. Every morning, before the noise of the world begins, they mentally rehearse the version of themselves they want to embody. This is not pretending, it's training, it's identity work. The Stoics called it living according to nature, aligning your actions with your highest self, your reason, and your purpose. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Wasting time doesn't just mean scrolling endlessly or procrastinating. It means living without direction, reacting instead of leading, existing instead of becoming. The Stoic refuses that. They begin each morning by asking powerful questions. Who do I want to be today? How would the best version of me speak, move, and respond? If someone recorded me all day, would I be proud of what they saw? This mental rehearsal is like a warrior preparing for battle. You visualize yourself walking into meetings with calm confidence. You see yourself staying composed when others lose control. You imagine choosing patience where you once reacted with anger. You practice strength, humility, and focus before the world even tests you. When challenges appear, and they will, you're not caught off guard. You've already trained your response. You don't fake composure, you become composure. Over time, these rehearsals carve new pathways in your mind. What once felt difficult becomes natural. What once triggered you now strengthens you. The truth is, most people let the world decide who they'll be each day. The Stoic decides first. They set their internal tone, their emotional posture, their mental rhythm. So by the time chaos arrives, they are already steady, unshaken, unmoved, unbothered. This final practice turns your morning into a mirror of mastery. You no longer chase motivation or perfection. You live with design. You become the person you've always admired, not by wishing, but by rehearsing daily until it's who you truly are. Because when you rehearse greatness every morning, life will eventually reflect it back to you. The way you rise shapes everything. Your focus, your energy, your destiny. Every sunrise gives you a choice, to surrender to chaos or to command your calm. You don't need perfection, just presence and discipline. Even one strong morning can rewrite your future. So rise with purpose, move with strength, and lead your day like a stoic warrior, calm, clear, and unstoppable.